Welcome back to another episode of Living in My Mind. I'm Dennis Henning, the host, and appreciate you taking the time to listen and hopefully watch the show and see if there's anything here that can help you, anything that you have an opinion on or you have a thought on. Please share it. Today I want to talk about something that's just really bothering the hell out of me. It's how people are always needing other people to make us feel better about ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that, having friends, having family, having a therapist, and all that different thing. Social media is one thing that's got its benefits, and at the same time, it's one of the most detrimental inventions in the history of the fucking world. A lot of people don't like themselves, so they go to the internet to search of ways to like themselves by trying to be like other people. How many fucking people are going to still try to be like a celebrity, like an athlete, like one of these influencers? It's so detrimental when any of us think we can be them because we can't. First of all, we don't know what they do or how they do what they do to get into shape. And I'm going to get in, this is body image, this is working out, this is, food programs. There's so many things out there. I meet a lot of people. I'm 62 years old. I look the way I look. I take care of myself. I got about 5% body fat, but that's me. I have my issues with body image. I have my issues with food because I've dealt with it for years. I never tell somebody to eat like me. Don't exercise like me. I just share what I do. If it's going to benefit you, I'll share it with you. But I'm never going to tell you this is how you have to do this. So much on the internet. And so there's so many books out there about how to get stronger, how to get healthier, how to do different things. There's this one on TikTok and on Instagram now. It's where this chair exercise for men 50 and older. Really? A fucking chair. There are some benefits to it, but it's not the be-all, the end-all. It's not going to change your life. The most important thing for people to understand, it's what you eat. It's how you eat. It's when you eat, where you eat. It's amazing that we live in such a world that there's so many people who enjoy being a sloth. And when I say that, I'm not talking about in a bad way. If you know anything about sloths, they're one of the most intelligent animals. But at the same time, they just go slow. It takes them a long time to get to someplace. It takes them a long time to accomplish something. But think about it. If you really want to change your life, you can do it. One excuse I hear every day, I work all the time. I'm always busy. I can't. Really? Hey, fuck you. You can. Well, a lot of us make excuses about our work to where we don't take time for ourselves because we have to work all the time. Unless you're involved 24/7 in such as the business I'm in and stuff, even my business, I can take time for myself. I've used excuses to get out of everything in life because I'm working. I'm taking care of others. Doesn't work that way. You got to have a life. What I'm trying to get people at is stop trying to be like somebody else just based upon something in social media, something you read, or a freaking picture. That doesn't work. Do you think all these people are born this way? Many of them have more money than anybody. They have trainers. That's another thing. Why do you need someone to tell you what you already know? If you're building a body, if you're being an athlete, I understand that. If you're bodybuilding, I understand that. You're fitness modeling, I understand that. But the abuse people put on their bodies to achieve that is tremendous. It's more than anybody can imagine. Nobody just does it that way. What I love to hear from people, it's genetics. There are people genetic-wise that are freaking amazing, but it's them. Stop trying to be like Oprah Winfrey. I mean, Oprah Winfrey, God bless, she's done wonderful things for this world, but what a hypocrite this woman is. She's, Weight Watchers. Do you think she does it for free? She's had more ups and downs than the damn freaking stock market, for Christ's sake. And it's not negative, but when someone in the public eye is getting paid continuously to do something so that you will do it, what's the purpose? If you're going to be a celebrity and you're going to be out there telling people, live it. Stop being someone who's doing something just for the money. The woman's gone through so much. No one's taking that away from her. But her hypocrisy when it comes to this is just fucking ridiculous. And anybody who thinks that it's not, then you haven't paid attention over the last 30 years. And no one's taken away, especially me, about what someone's accomplished. But at the same time, when you're accomplishing what you're doing based upon other people needing you, when the reality is you can't do it yourself, that just doesn't work. Social media has some wonderful things out there. You can go to TikTok and it'll tell you how to cook. It'll tell you how to eat. It'll tell you how to run. It'll tell you how to walk. How this person lost weight. How this person lost weight. That's not you. Have the decency to treat yourself with respect. Try and figure out what works for you. There's foods that we all eat that we know make us tired, make us sluggish, make us sick. There are people who eat certain things at night knowing It's going to help you sleep better because you're full. Maybe you're not going to sleep better. We all know people have their own habits. Nothing wrong with your habits, but when your habits take away from you being a productive human being, especially at work or in your relationships, if you think about it, many people with body image issues or people with issues around food, we lose work. No ifs, ands, or buts. I've done it before in my whole life. Our sex life goes to shit because we're so embarrassed and ashamed of, no matter how good we look, we're ashamed of ourselves. So the person that's with us, maybe if we don't share it, how the hell are they going to know? Your health. Look at your health. I'm around people all the time. They're 20, 30 years younger than me. And I watch them in offices and I watch them when I go to do consulting and the stuff they eat. And they don't exercise because we talk about it. It's a choice. But when that choice affects you now or down the line, this is my favorite one. Well, I'm in my 20s. When I get to my 30s, my body's going to change. Your body only changes if you don't do the right thing. No matter what. I had a priest I worked with years ago. And when the first night I met him, we went to eat. He said, okay, I'm going to have the same thing you have. And we both started laughing because, shit, he didn't like it because it was a simple meal. In his lifetime, at 52 years old, he had lost over 800 pounds. Because there's multiple times where he went on diets, multiple times where he did this, Think about that wear and tear on your body, mentally and physically. Why do we have so many health issues in this country? It's not just about obesity. Obesity is a primary problem for many things in this country, whether it's mental or physical. There are a lot of people, genetics do play a part. I'm not taking away from medical. I'm no fucking doctor, wouldn't want to be any of those people. But I've been in this long enough and I've dealt with it long enough. Like I said, I was 100 pounds more than I am today. And that's because at that time, I didn't like myself. I didn't care. I was in the throng of my eating disorder. It was just off the charts. Every food in the world. Now, some of those foods, the thought of them make me sick. I love the idea of getting an order of French fries from McDonald's or a really good store, put it in my passenger seat like I have somebody there, and just smelling it. It's weird to some people, but boy, it reminds me what it's done to me. That's how I look at it. People always ask, well, do you get tired of eating the same thing? Not really, because I'm clear mentally, healthy as can be. Physically, I look the way I look, and I like my life. It's odd that we all have certain things. Not everybody can eat 3 meals a day. You shouldn't have to eat 3 meals a day. People tell you eat 2 meals a day, 3 meals. Whatever makes you work. There's this guy called the Liver King. Who the fuck knows about him? Great marketing guy. All this different food. Just disgusting. Because it works for him, but if you think it's going to work for you, it's a whole different ballgame. The man is taking care of himself. Does he take steroids? Who knows? I don't give a shit. But he's got a great marketing play for people to follow and made himself a great name. There are people out there like that you can follow. It's like following Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins has done a wonderful thing for the country and for people, but think about the common sense. If you take a conversation and you turn it into something more yourself, do you have to constantly keep going back? Some of us do. That's why therapists work. Unfortunately, many therapists will keep you coming back because they want to make the money. They never help you get to that solution. They give you 90% of what you need, and that 10%, I've never met a therapist in my life who's not as needy as their client. Never have, never will. It's just a given. They are, they will be, and it'll continue to be that way. But when we start following everybody out there because they tell us, one of these great things about whether it's TikTok or Instagram, they always have these things on your signs. And if you watch the top 4 sexiest signs, the most aggressive signs, the most brilliant signs, the best in bed, it's like, mother of God. How many of you ever caught yourself reading it and thinking, God, where's my sign? Fuck me, I've looked at it. And then you think to yourself, how much time did I waste? If you know your sign, you already know what you're about. If you know what you like, you know what you like. I always tell people, and it's always interesting, I'm not going to try something going out to eat with someone just because you want me to, just because you want me to be comfortable about it. I'm going to enjoy what I want. And I was supposed to go to dinner this past weekend with someone, and we agreed to go someplace. I said, yeah, there's some stuff on the menu. I looked it up, and there was some chicken and stuff like that. And so we started talking, and I said, what are you going to have? Just because we both love food. And she goes, well, I want to get this and split it with you. I said, no. I said, that's not my interest. I don't want that. I'm just going to get this. She goes, well, that's boring. Okay, boring to you, but not boring to me. And so I didn't need her to validate what I was going to eat. And so it got into this, well, if you're not going to eat anything other than that, then why are we going to go to dinner? I said, well, here's the good answer. We're not now. I'm going to dinner. I'm going to have a great time. But you need to have me like what you like. And then we had a conversation later in the night. She called, And she goes, I'm just uncomfortable around people when it comes to food. I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you want to shame me because I don't want to eat what you want, and this happens to many people. You go to grandma's house, grandma's upset. You go to restaurants, people are like, you got to try this. No, I don't know about you, but I've never let anybody order food for me. Holy Jesus. I'm always amazed when someone, just order what you like. No one's going to want to eat with me. But when we continuously go to social media and we're looking for answers, you're not getting them. The Kardashians are another example. As I've said before, I respect how they built whatever the hell they built, no matter good, bad, or indifferent. Do the two sisters, Kim and what's the other one, with Chloe, look at them. Look at their transitions over the years. Do you think that's just from dieting and exercising? That looks like so much plastic surgery. And who knows? Could be, couldn't be. But do you want to be like them? Why would you want to even be like any of them? Why would you want to be? Now, Kim Kardashian to me has a brilliant mind, not only for marketing. She went to law schools. Why would you want to be like Khloe Kardashian? What does she have that you have? Money? Fame? But what does she have to do to keep that? What would you have to do to keep that? All these different Instagram models that have millions of followers, bless them, they've earned them, whatever. But at a certain time, everything ends. At a certain time, it's over. What I'm getting at is we as a society are always looking for answers from somebody else. And then if it doesn't work, we don't have to take responsibility. Well, I tried that diet at dinner. What the hell's a diet? It's a dangerous identity-enhancing trap. Diets are dangerous for all of us. It's a way of eating. You know when you're full. I used to have this thing, and sometimes I still do. When I eat a meal, I'm thinking, my God, I'm going to finish it because what if God takes me tonight? What if something goes bad? That's my mind of a man dealing with an eating disorder. What am I going to happen? What am I going to do? And it's psychotic and it's crazy, but it's who I am. And I've learned that I got to accept it. I can't eat like other people. I can't do what other people do. I don't want to anymore. I don't need to look like you or be like you in order to like myself. Because again, many people look a certain way, present a certain way in public. They go home and it's psychotic. It goes, they don't like themselves. They're embarrassed. They're ashamed. There's many things we have to look at. But when we're dealing with our health issues, when it comes to exercise, what's the one thing in this world that's free? Unless you don't have any legs. That's walking. Walking is a great exercise. Walking gets your heart rate up. Walking helps you lose weight. Walking is it's really wonderful. Doesn't cost a damn thing. Think about gyms. Gyms are great. But when you go to a gym, they have people that want to train you. Why do they want to take your money? Have you seen some of the people that want to train you? It's like they've never trained anybody. I always tell people, if you want something, make sure the person that you're dealing with has what you want. Doesn't just tell you. And just because someone has a college degree and someone has a degree in physics or, kinetics, whatever that word is, obviously I can't say it, so I don't have it. But if someone, that doesn't mean jack diddly squat. Sports psychologist, another thing. I'm ranting all over today and I don't give a shit because it's all about the same thing. It's letting other people control what we do and giving them the power. Sports psychologists are great, but they can only get so much out of athletes. A lot of things they can't say because they have a license. They don't look at what's going on today. They think that, from a sports point of view, it's mental. A lot of things are mental in sports. A lot of things. Today's the All-Star, what the hell is it? The Home Run Derby tonight. And look how many people are excited to go to a Home Run Derby. I don't know about you guys, but I don't get excited. I love them. I watch them, but it's not my day going. A friend of mine called and we're going to Arlington. This was yesterday. Just going for the Home Run Derby, and they're not going to the game. But that's what they want to do. Go ahead and do it. Again, when you're doing things because other people do it, there's nothing wrong with it, but it becomes detrimental to you, your way of life, your work, your health, your relationships. Step back. We don't need to emulate other people because we don't really know what's going on. We could throw the fucking Bible in there too. Everybody wants to read the Bible and say, this is real, this isn't real. How the hell do we know? It's a great story. The Quran, the Bible, they're all great stories. But they happened years ago. And people are living their life based on things years ago rather than looking at what's going on now. Try and live in the moment. Try and take care of yourself today. Try and see what's working for you today, and then do it. We get exhausted. It's so funny when people say, as you get older. As you get older, I deal with people in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s. Jesus, you wouldn't think that they'd ever done anything in life because they're content. They're completed by what they're doing. And that's fine. Then don't ask for anything more if you're not willing to go get it. Things happen. Many times we as a society or as individuals are afraid of what the truth is. I've experienced some stuff in the last couple of weeks based upon work that I screwed up. Let me tell you, it's not easy. Things are put in your face. You got to be honest. You got to realize there's no excuses. You say yes and you move on. You don't need to make excuses. In my past, I can make all kinds of excuses. I work with wonderful people that I can talk to and learn there's certain things I need to do in order to get what I want, have what I want. But when other people are counting on you and you make mistakes such as I have made, the only person to blame is myself. It's not them. Take responsibility. I always love this one. When someone has a conversation with me and they say something very nice, but then they say, but. I want to tell you, you look really great, but, I wouldn't wear that. But I want to tell you, I really like what you said, but you negate what the person says. All I'm saying is start to think for yourselves. Social media is wonderful. You have people who want to ban TikTok for whatever reasons. I mean, I talk to people and they think, the Chinese are in our brain. The Chinese know it. Who the hell knows? You think the U.S. government doesn't know? Who the hell knows? It's interesting that we all want to blame all the media. Think about how many good stories are in the media. What fuels the media? What fuels social media? A lot of negative things. There are some good things out there, but people love drama. Why do you want to create drama for yourself every day? It's like this whole thing of people saying, well, I work out 6 days a week, then I have a cheat day. I have a person I work with, and they have a cheat day on Sunday. And I said, well, when do you feel better again? Probably by Wednesday. So you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, part of Wednesday. So 3.5 days out of the week, you feel like crap because you think it's great. Your work suffers, your personal life suffers, your self-esteem suffers. So there's so many things that suffer when we want to give ourselves a break or we say, you know what, I deserve it. What do you deserve? What do you deserve? The same thing over and over? I've had 30 years of the same shit every day. Do I deserve that? I only deserve it because I allow myself to deserve it. I put myself in that position, not anybody else. Don't try to be like other people because you're not other people. I'm not other people. I don't want to be like anybody else. They have all these things, be like Bo and athletes and stuff like that. Those are great for dreams. Those are great to make yourself better. Or it's like, what's that one? What would Jesus do? How the fuck do we know? I don't know what Jesus would do. He's not here. In spirit, probably. In faith, yes. But I don't know what he would do. How would Jesus? Well, first of all, if you look at the Bible, the man helped kill a lot of people. The man let a lot of wars happen. So it's always amazing if people say, what would someone do? What would your mother think of you? I already know what my mother thought of me or what she might think of me now, even though she's gone. Well, that's not the right thing. What's right or what's wrong? I don't really know sometimes. All I know is if you do what's right for you and make those choices, at that moment, you're making a choice. It works for you or it doesn't. If it works, continue to do it. If it doesn't work, you better make sure that you understand it's not working. Don't keep trying something that's not working. Don't keep trying something that somebody else told you had to do. Don't keep trying to be what somebody else wants you to be. And when it comes to our health, especially working out and eating, every person deals with that. Every person. What kills me is when you see families that deal with obesity and their little kids, 7, 8, 9 years old, are already obese. That's the family's fault. I don't give a shit. Don't say it's about culture. Don't say it's about love. No, you're setting your child up for failure, whether it's a young boy or a young girl, especially in this society. You're setting them up for failure, for low self-esteem, for other issues, to try and look better a certain way. Plastic surgery. Look at some of these young women that have gone to Mexico and different places, had plastic surgery and died over the last 3 months. Wow. Because you saw a celebrity that has a big ass or a big breast or a guy that's got a big dick. I don't fucking know. They do have those ones out there too. But being like other people, I hate to be, it's not impressive. Doesn't make somebody like you more. There's someone I've been helping and they had a relapse. And so it said, well, they're going to go into treatment. And I'm like, okay. She goes, but, I'm flying to Mexico with my friends. They have a private jet. I'm going to go on Friday and come back on Sunday. I said, well, first of all, I didn't ask you. And second of all, I don't care if friends have a private jet. I said, see, your whole thing is your friends have a private jet. The whole part about that is your friends. You don't have shit. You're just a little tag along that's going and everybody knows. You're going to put on your bikini. You're going to flout around, try to get what you want. And this isn't about being derogatory and misogynistic. It's the fucking truth. That happens so many places. And these men know that they can hold this over you. And what do? Makes you feel good. Do not think because you're going on a private plane that anybody's impressed. Don't think here in Los Angeles that you're going to one of the best restaurants that anybody's going to be impressed. If they're impressed, there's someone like you, insecure, needy, looking for someone to basically help them and give them something. It's not impressive what you do. Keep things to yourself. Don't always have to share everything. You don't need everybody's fucking opinion. And when you're looking for an opinion or you're looking for an answer, do yourself one favor, okay? One favor. Don't ask a multitude of people because you're never going to get an answer that's going to satisfy you. That's called being enmeshed. That's called being codependent. It's also called extreme insecurity. Take the chances. There's things I've had to take chances on the last couple of years that I've never done, and it's scary as shit, and I'm doing it. But it's still scary. All I want you to do is take responsibility for yourself. Don't give that power away. Don't say that you did this because you read a book on a diet or you followed Oprah Winfrey or, God bless Richard Simmons died. Okay. Interesting if you look at Richard Simmons, never told you how to live your life. He provided something for exercise, and that was a great thing. Told you that it worked for him. A lot of people want to make fun of him because of the way he looked or the way he dressed or maybe his sexuality. I don't really know. But he did bring a big awareness. You have all these different food programs. Social media has made it worse with every app that'll deliver food to your house. How fucking lazy are you people? Really fucking lazy that you can't go to a grocery store. I always tell this story. There was someone I was with at a period of time, and Toby the dog, it's his mom. I was at her place, and literally, I kid you not, half a block was a McDonald's. She Uber Eat a milkshake. Milk came. And she was upset. And I said, no. I told you I'd go get it. Oh, no. And she was upset. She wanted them to. I'm like, why would you not go get it yourself? We live where everything is convenient, where it allows us not to do the things we want to do. Google, the internet, everything is right at our fingertips, whether it's right or wrong. AI. You can ask AI a lot of questions. And some of the answers are like, who the fuck programmed this? It's not even close. But people will take it. People will use it and say, hey, that's how I got it. Plagiarism. My God, look at all that stuff when it came to everything that was going on with the Palestinians and the Israelis and everything in the schools, and people were accused of this, accused of that. There's always an answer for us other than where we should look, and that's within ourselves. That's all I'm saying. Look, I'm ranting, I'm raving. I don't really give a fuck today. I just know that I deal with this. I see it. It's exhausting. Hell, I exhaust the fuck out of myself. I'm blessed to have the life I have. I'm blessed to have the opportunities. And there's times where I take advantage of it and it's like, fuck, it could be gone tomorrow. But that's on me. It's not on anybody else. The one thing I've learned working with some of the clients I have right now, it's the action part. Just do it. I was the greatest storyteller and I still am for anything, but I just do it now. And I make mistakes, which cost me dearly. Here recently, it cost me tremendous, but that's on me. There's no one to blame. And here's one thing I always love about fucking people. Well, look what I did for you. Doesn't matter what I've done for anybody. That's not the point. The point is what I didn't do, what I was supposed to do, affected others and myself, which is not the right way to look at it. So I'm all over the place today, but let me tell you, if you listen and you heard what I said, there's some really good stuff here. If not, fuck, it's just what it is. I want to thank you for listening to Living in My Mind today, and hopefully something came out of that for you. If not, at least you know that I'm good at Scrabble. I can really put shit together. Have a wonderful day. This is Dennis. We have a phone number here. If you have anything to say, please reach out. Have a wonderful day, and thank you very much.